Found out my girlfriend of 7 years cheated on me. Right now this my only form is catharsis. As Henry Miller once said, the only way to get over a woman is to turn her into literature. So as the title says, I found of my girlfriend of 7 years of whom I planned on purposing to next year cheated me. I'm a 33M and she a 27F for context. She had a guy friend from nursing school I never liked nor trusted that apparently she got close to. I never suspected anything but he gave me bad vibes, but my girlfriend doesn't have a ton of friends to begin with, but my guard naturally was still up. Pre-COVID her mood changed and she was crying a lot because she told me they had a huge fight and stopped being friends, but also said there was more, but she couldn't tell me the details because it too hard for her to tell me. Early February she started to see an obgyn for abdominal pains. Sometime mid-2020 she told me he attempted to kiss her, to which she fought him off and that why they weren't speaking anymore. Jump to August, the week of birthday, as I'm in my car about to leave work in the dark. Because I work overnight at a medical lab, I see someone approach her window from outside. He then turns around, crosses the street to get in his car and leave, and I confront him and ask him who he is and what he's doing there. He plays it dumb. We have a verbal confrontation, to which it took everything Buddhism has taught to not get out of my car and pummel this guy and end up spending my birthday in jail. Jump to end to September. My girlfriend is having abdominal issues again and goes to see her obgyn, who says whatever is causing the issue isn't a uterus issue, and that she may have an infection. As to what the doctor needs to run tests for to discern. Which brings us to tonight. She's in the shower and her phone is next to me. Temptation to prove myself wrong is overwhelming, but everything she's told me up until this point just doesn't add up. I find in her iMessages an unnamed contact conversation dating from the earliest, which is July, prior to me catching him outside her window of our home up until last Monday. Conversations here and there. I scroll to the very top and my heart sinks, confirming everything, my worst fears. Turns out he did force himself onto her, but this isn't the first time they had sex, and I cried. When she finally came back from her shower, I tried coercing the truth out of her, not letting her. Now I know everything, but she's sticking to her rape story, to which she is seeing therapy for. I wake up now at 4 AM because I can't sleep anymore. As she lays next to me in bed, I cry because I fear that she'll never tell me the truth until I let her know I know everything. I cry because the woman whom I've spent 7 years of my life cheated on me. I cry because the woman whom I've pleaded to make a great father to kids we planned on having together in the coming years lied to my face. I cry because I love her more than anything I've ever loved. And this hurts. I'm at a crossroad in my life. I don't know what to do. I'm going to be very blunt with you. I am sorry about your girlfriend, but a girlfriend is supposed to be someone who you can rely on and be able to trust. You should be happier with this person in your life. To me, your life is worse with her in it. You are starting to lose your mind over whether she is cheating on you or not. This relationship is over whether you agree it's over or not. Don't think about the 7 years you spent with her. Think about your future. Are you happier being with her for another day, or being by yourself and not having to worry about anyone cheating on you? Whether you agree or not, you probably are better off by yourself. This isn't healthy for your mental. Just something to think about. I had a partner cheat on me too. This is a few years ago. We were together almost 2 years, I was madly in love and we were going to be together forever. Over the summer, I had a gut feeling that something was off. I couldn't tell what it was, but he was distant and easily annoyed with me. I probed and eventually he told me he cheated on me. To make it worse, it was with a girl I knew had a thing for him, which he denied. I was devastated, but it was the best thing that ever happened to me. He was completely different to the person I fell in love with despite his remorse. If she isn't even sorry, then let her go. You'll be no better for it in the long run! Exclamation mark. Clearly she doesn't regret it. She is not going to tell you either unless you put her in a corner, but either way, you already know the truth. It sucks to invest so many years with someone to end up like this, but it is necessary that you break up with her. You have to. The confidence is already broken, you won't get it back. Get the screenshot, because once you leave her, if anything this subreddit taught me, is that she's gonna say he left me because I got raped, because she would rather be a victim than a cheater. So have the screenshot and tell her that you have the. So tell me the truth. If you wanna break up, tell her that you have the evidence that you cheated on me multiple times, and if you try to trick people and make up to be a bad guy, then the texts get sent. Otherwise I don't want anything to do with you. I will just say we broke up and nothing else. You already hurt me, so just leave and take it as if we never knew each other. Hope you need this. Cheaters always make up their stories to save their face. You need to record all the evidence for your own safety. Walk away and don't look back. Found out my girlfriend is sleeping with her boss. My girlfriend and I have been together for 10 years. We have 2 kids. Though I am not the biological father, I have considered myself dad for the 10 years, as the real father is seldom in the picture due to prison/lifestyle. We have had multiple issues over the years, including 2 weeks ago when I suggested that maybe we should call it quits, to which she stated no desire to give up on a 10-year relationship. She said that she did not want to leave and wanted to continue. So, I found out she is sleeping with her boss. She fell asleep with the phone in her hands and a thumb on the keyboard, as if she actually passed out while typing. So when I flipped over because she was snoring, I see a message saying she can't wait until his hands and mouth all over her again. With her hands still holding the phone, I scroll through the messages and see that it has been going on for about 2 months. Lots of I love yous and actual talk of marriage. Never proper for a boss to be with his manager, but he did think she was single, not that it makes it right, just eliminating the anger towards him. I was referred to as the ex multiple times. I then grabbed the phone from her sleeping hands and nudged her several times, trying to get her to wake up and hear my disgust. But she was out cold. I then forwarded a couple of their messages to mine so that she wouldn't be able to deny their existence. I also wrote her at the time, hoping the notification would wake her or that she would see them as soon as she did wake up. Normally, she gets up a couple hours before I do. This morning, she overslept and didn't wake up until I did at 7:30. She ran out to her appointment before work, but did not talk to me before leaving. A few minutes later, she got in a serious car wreck, totaling my car and sending her to the hospital. With COVID rules applying, she noted me as her lone visitor and was called, notifying me of the accident. I rushed to the hospital, now full of sorrow as well. The sadness went away as I learned she would be okay, though in some pain, few breaks, stitches, etc. In the wreckage, her phone was lost/destroyed, as well as a lot of her memory of that morning, but not my memory of what I saw and the messages I sent to my phone. At this point I have no idea if she knows that I know. No matter my anger, I didn't feel like it was the appropriate setting to discuss all of this at the hospital, but it's eating away at me. She is still in the hospital, had surgery today, and will take several weeks to get on her feet again. My quandary is several parts. When do I confront her about the infidelity? Possible that she already knows that I know but doesn't want to talk about it right now. She is probably going to be released tomorrow. Problem with me is that I have a very hard time staying mad at anyone and often forgive things I shouldn't, infidelity being one of them. This is not the first time, though I have been 100% faithful through the relationship. I'm just a bit at a loss right now. I don't think I've ever been this ready to be done with things. I love my kids and think that them leaving will take away a lot of stability in their lives. The house is completely mine, so she would be the one leaving. More than anything, I think I'm just trying to get it all off my chest and get a little clarity before going through what is sure to be a messy breakup. I don't need to be told I'm an idiot for forgiving the prior acts and should have known this would come again. Thanks all. It takes a special person to love someone else's kids as their own. It also takes a certain kind of special person to do that to the person that loves her and her kids unconditionally. It might sound harsh, given her current situation, but she eventually took the out. So take yours. Have her boss/side dick come pick her stuff up and make sure she's liable for your car too. Don't get completely fucked over. It doesn't sound harsh, I appreciate your kind words. My only thing with confronting the boss was not wanting to tell him our real situation. Having him remain unknown to the real nature of our relationship means more likelihood of her leaving quickly, and having the means to do so that sounds selfish as I'm saying it. I guess there's always the route of threatening to tell their company, as I'm sure there's a specific rule to dating direct supervisor, but blackmail really isn't my thing either. I suggest you go see a lawyer and get yourself fully protected while she recovers. Once the lawyer gives you the thumbs up, tell her it's time for her to leave. She just wants the home and stability you provide her kids. Tell her she can move in with her boss. She's not dying. It is perfectly fine for you to tell her right now that you caught her cheating and it is over. As soon as she is healthy enough to be discharged from the hospital, arrangements can be made to boot her out of your house. Some tough love. Stop being a pushover. Confront her when she's discharged and begin making plans to end the relationship. Do not play Captain Save-A-Ho. My boyfriend's sex drive is much lower than mine and I'm getting tired of getting rejected. I feel frustrated. I don't want this to become an issue. Please help me. Before I begin, I would like to say, I will always respect boundaries, and I will always follow the no is no rule. Sex is not just about one person, but both people. It's perfectly within everyone's right to say yes or no. I'm a female with a high sex drive, and my boyfriend is a male with a low one. It makes me feel gross inside when he turns me down a lot. I don't even know why. Is it just a little bit of disappointment? Is it because it's rejection? Does he not want me anymore? Why do I feel like this? I try not to let him know I feel this way so he doesn't feel bad about saying no, because I don't want him to ever say yes if he doesn't want to, but it's very difficult not to give anything away. I would never want him to force himself to do anything he doesn't want to. That would be horrible. But, it's like a creepy crawly feeling when I get rejected. I don't know why I can't just relax. Why do I feel this way so much more often than he does? Can't I just be normal? Is there any way to fix this? I'm tired of getting constantly turned down. Should I just stop asking? He almost never has to ask or make the first move. I usually am the one doing the initiating. It makes me feel like I'm too needy. I need help. I'm getting frustrated here. Update. Thanks everyone for your input. I haven't gotten the chance to respond to everyone's comments individually, but I think a whole bunch of them were very helpful. I will definitely bring this up to him and possibly show him this Reddit post when I can. I really appreciate all your help. Hi, low libido man here with a wife with high libido. My wife has had the same issue, and we've had long agonizing, for both of us, at seeing her in pain makes my skin curdle, conversations about it. We both understand each other's individual needs and act accordingly now that we both know how the other feels. It's important for you two to communicate your differences with each other. Don't keep it a secret and don't let it longer, because the fights about it later will be way worse. For me, though I absolutely adore my wife, I'm just not very sexual anymore. I often prefer to submit to one of my various hobbies/passions or just relaxation than to get sexy time going. However, knowing my wife, I also make the effort to ensure that she's satisfied even if I'm not necessarily in the mood, because I understand that our physical needs are different. We most likely won't ever have the sex life of two individuals with high drives, but we're happy with our relationship, more so than most of our friends, apparently, and with the compromises we make for ourselves and each other. Take a step back and have an honest and calm conversation with him. Help him identify the issue and work together to resolve it.